Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to Monster Tamer News, the segment on this channel where we go over the past week's happenings in the world of monster taming. This week we've got a brand new Cassette Beast trailer, a new trailer for Creature Keeper, some new screenshots for Dragonrod's Digimon games, a Monster Taming Novel Kickstarter campaign, the release of the Skyclimbers Alpha and the Untamed Isles beta, a brand new Pokemon fan game that I think you guys are gonna really enjoy, and more. So as per the usual, make sure to sit back, relax, and let's dive right in. Alright, so firstly, yes, as showcased in yesterday's video, if you watched that, we got a short Cassette Beast trailer which showcases some of the game's interaction scenarios and bonding aspects, as well as more of what we've already seen, whether it be fusion or battles or what have you. Now, we don't have a specific release date for Cassette Beast just yet, which makes me think that it's probably coming in 2023 or 2024, but despite that, it's one of my most highly anticipated games given the sheer quality of both the pixel art and monster design. We haven't even played the game yet, and I also feel like it has good world design just from how the monsters almost appear artificial, with the world seemingly being some type of dream world, which then coincides to the wackiness that is the cassette tape thing, and then further coincides with that whole retro theme. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I really feel like this game is shaping up to be my most anticipated title that isn't coming out this year. Next, we have something a little bit different from what we usually cover, that being a monster taming novel that's in the works and currently on Kickstarter. I'm not a huge reader myself, but after reading through the campaign, I might just have to pick this one up myself because it sounds pretty cool. Here's a small excerpt from the campaign itself. Beast Mage, which is the name of the novel, is a blend of several passions of mine. Luckily, they went together like Oreos and milk instead of Spam and mint chocolate ice cream. My elevator pitch is Digimon meets Avatar: The Last Airbender in a mythical setting inspired by pre-Columbian America's magic, monsters, and mythology. This book is also not being written by a new author by any means either. The author tells us a bit about himself in this passage here. The project is my first crowdfunding campaign, but Beast Mage will be the 15th book I've published, 12 novels, 1 novella, and 2 anthologies. I believe that classifies me as a journeyman fantasy scribe capable of facing B-rank book monsters. Since my first release in 2013, I've become an Amazon bestseller with an international bestseller and even overtook J.K. Rowling on the Amazon charts during the premiere of one of the Fantastic Beasts movies. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Definitely check it out. The Kickstarter just went live a few days ago and is already almost funded, as of the time of recording anyway. It will be linked below. The developer behind New Monsters is currently working on a Pokemon fan game utilizing the Johto and Johto Redrawn art sheets that had recently become quite viral in the Pokemon art sphere. Basically, the idea is to recreate Pokemon Crystal with these new tile sets, and the dev is adding even more. For example, in this case, we see you can fly on certain Pokemon. I'm actually quite intrigued with this and would love to see more information about what this game aims to be. So Yana, if you're watching this, definitely feel free to reach out to me, give me any sort of information you can, because between this and New Monsters, you've really got me excited. We got a brand new Creature Keeper trailer, which if you don't remember is the action RPG with companion-based monster taming that seems to have a similar combat style to something like old school Zelda, with having like swords, shields, boomerangs, etc. And this game specifically allows you to recruit and utilize the game's enemies in combat to fight alongside you. I did create a Monster Tamer showcase video for the game quite some time ago, so I do recommend checking that out if you want more information. This trailer was a reveal trailer of sorts, presumably for the Steam page, which recently went live. We've got some exclusive news that Mython Island's open world update should be launching this week, unless it's already out between the time I recorded this video and the time that it actually goes live. That said, the dev has told me via DMs that Mython Island is planning to exit early access sometime in April, which means it'll be yet another game to add to our complete monster taming list. I do also have 5 Steam keys to give away, which I will be doing once I make a video going over the new update itself, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified for when that video comes out. Rune Factory 5 just released this week and has already been enjoyed by many, with a lot of reviews saying that the game is quite good. If you don't know what Rune Factory 5 is, it's essentially an RPG with farming, monster taming, relationships, and real-time combat. You don't have to play the previous installments to play this one. It does have its own story, so you can pick up this one as your first if you wish. I wanted to stream this one a couple of days ago, but I did have a bit of a personal situation that prevented it, so I will try my best to do so on my next day off, but if not, I would like to maybe put out a dedicated video going over my thoughts on the game or first impressions or something like that. I'm still trying to figure out if the game is for me, being someone who doesn't really care about farming or relationship aspects. So Rune Factory fans in the comments, please let me know if you think I'd enjoy this based on these preferences, or if me being someone who just prefers exploring and battling would maybe find those systems tedious. Let me know. The Asylum YouTube channel recently released a new video showcasing some of the game's monsters, or Zoa, that will be populating the land. It's basically a 1-minute showcase panning over different areas and different monsters, and honestly, this is another game that, despite it being early development, is really shaping up. I love the almost alien aesthetic of some parts of the world, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more from the developers. Alright, so next we're going to switch gears into the rapid fire section of today's video for the updates that don't require lengthy explanations. Firstly, we got some new screenshots for both the upcoming update for the Digimon fan title, Digital Tamers Reborn, and for the Digimon RPG that are both being developed by Dragonrod. I am sorry to say, but I am definitely more excited for this RPG than Survive personally. I love me some turn-based RPGs, what can I say? A new Soul Hackers 2 blog released, this time showcasing the game's antagonists and relevant info regarding that. Just like with the protagonists, let me know if you want to see a separate video going over this. The Untamed Isles beta that we discussed in last week's segment had its first wave this weekend. I unfortunately wasn't able to participate, but from what I've heard, it was quite the good time. The Skyclimbers Alpha is also live, and I will be streaming that next week if everything goes well. Guild of Dragons is officially 260% funded, and the Kickstarter is now over. Congrats to the developers for that, and I look forward to seeing how the game develops moving forward. We got a new update for Bot World Adventure, which most notably increases the current level cap and adds a brand new bot to the mix. Adore had an update that removes the game's energy system and adds a new cursed mechanic, which leaves your monsters unable to be healed through normal means. Here we see Moonstone Island running on Switch, which is epic. We got an animation for Fog World's summoning mechanic. Here we see the configuration menu for Disc Creature's World. We have an airboat minigame for Anode Heart. Here we get to see some new sprites for Monster Sanctuary's upcoming DLC update, a new Cuber for Cubers, a brand new Gremlin for Gremlin's Tail, a new form for a familiar Abomi in Abomination, some new movement for Nanokin, and finally, last but not least, we get an early look at the combat system in Amber Roots. And there you go, guys, yet another solid week in the genre. Honestly, it's been a great couple of years making content for you guys. I'm having so much fun, and I announced earlier this week that we actually hit 1,000 videos on the channel, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Funnily enough, next week's Monster Tamer news segment will actually mark the 100th episode of this segment. So all in all, it's just been a crazy time for the genre and a crazy time for my channel. We've really seen this insane growth, and I'm really starting to think that in a few years, 100,000 subscribers might actually be a possibility, and to me, that's absolutely insane. Either way, make sure to subscribe if you do want daily monster taming videos, and you can also check out my Twitter and Discord, which will be linked below. Special thanks to our patrons, especially Jim Hamilton, Steel Case, and Dark Persona. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.